Game face. Oh, oh. World's widest rat tail, still growing, by the way, still growing. Look at this. Oh, it's becoming sexier and sexier the longer it gets. It's that's all up for interpretation. Actually, shut the fuck up, Duncan. Okay. All right. It's time to do yeah. Okay. Camera, lights, sound, action. Hi, this is Duncan again for another food review again to do a food with you. What's again? This is honey butter almond flavor. I don't know what the F stands for. Honey butter. Is this like MILF, right? I don't know. Habaf, right? Hot buns. Uh Awkwardly flopping. Is that something you would search for late at night? I don't know, but we're going to get into this. It is interesting. It does have a big old sticker to translate on the back, and it has 2027 is when it expires. I think it says 2027. I just say we get into this. I'm very, very excited as to what this is. This honey butter flavored almonds. You know what I do appreciate about this pouch? It has a little zipper on the top, and that way they're not going to. Ooh, almond flavor, but it's like a light almond flavor. It's almost like they dusted it with an almond flavor as well. That's a new tactic. A way to take control of the almonds is dust them with an almond flavor as well as other flavors. Ooh, I'm intrigued. I smell buttery sweetness and also a pronounced hit of almond. That's to be expected, but the almond smell is stronger than just almonds. Does that make sense? It's like almond extract in a cake where you can taste it and go, "Oh, okay, let me show y'all. Look at these." Now you can see what I'm talking about. Look at those. They're amazing looking, aren't they? Look how properly dusted they are. I'm very optimistic from what I'm seeing. Look at that. Damn. Okay. Um, let's get into this. Let's get into it. Okay. Before I get to the review, I want to say a couple weeks back, I did try the honey butter potato chips, and I wasn't a huge fan. I actually wish I had the bag because I still have some of them left. The honey butter potato chips, I gave a mid score to, but I wanted to try them with. I have chocolate peanut butter. Jif makes a chocolate peanut butter. And I think they'd go really good with the chocolate peanut butter, that savory and sweet from that. I think the potato flavor would be highlighted by that because there was something missing. That was my issue. I could really taste the pronounced butter flavor and the potato flavor, and then the sweetness of the honey was throwing it off, right? But this, wow. Hold on. Look how uniformly they must dip this in something. You know what I imagine they do? Listen, hear me out. I bet they dip this in a honey sauce. I bet it's glazed and then it's got a butter almond sprinkling on it. That's the only way it would stick so uniformly, right? It's like powdered like a geisha. Look how beautiful this is. It's powdered like a geisha. I have been watching anime in my spare time. I've been watching Blue Eyed Samurai, and it's a lot of fun. So the butter flavor is off-putting for me. The butter flavor is very heavy-handed. Now that I've eaten like 5 of them, I love almonds. The almond flavor is delicious. The sweetness goes really well with the almond flavor. But the issue that I'm having is, should that butter be so pronounced? The nuts are very crunchy. Can y'all hear that? Let me see if I can get you a crunch. They're crunchier than I'm used to in the United States, because our almonds, they're almost a little chewy when we eat them, right? They're crunchy but chewy. I feel like these have been like dried out a bit. I don't know if you could hear that, but I'm really torn on this one. And see, look at the dusting on this. This is answering a lot of questions for us. Look at the dusting on this one. It's like a double nut. This is actually very similar to the way my nuts look when I sit at the computer for a long time. The bigger nut, the left nut, actually starts to dominate the right nut and then stake claim. And then the right nut starts to shrivel up a bit and then recede. That's why sometimes, like, I move around in my chair, my right nut actually goes up into my own butthole to run away from the left nut. But the answers that it gives us is that there's definitely some kind of coating that they rub it in, like a liquid coating, that I think it's either a butter sauce or a honey butter sauce, and then they dust it. This tastes like a candied almond, but it's got butter flavor and honey flavor. If I approach it that way, I've got to give this oh, including the aftertaste, which the aftertaste, that butter flavor kind of goes away. That butter flavor is no longer extremely present. I'm left with sweet. I'm left with almond, which are good flavors. So the butter flavor is temporary. I got to give this a 8.2. That's a solid review for this. I think that's a firm review. I think any higher and I would feel guilty. Any lower, I'd feel guilty. I think 8.2 is perfect. This is a snack that I would eat like 10 of them, like I have, and then put them away. And then maybe when next time I wanted some nuts, eat like 10 more. Good snack. Honey butter almond from Korea. FBAF, right? Hot buns, awkwardly flopping. Yeah, search that on X videos and see what comes up. I bet you'll get a hit. I bet somebody's posted that. Somebody's posted a home video with that. All right, until next time, like, share, subscribe. This has been Duncan. I do food reviews for you. I try to make sure you understand the same serotonin released in your brain during sex or masturbation is the same serotonin released in your brain when you eat, or you watch somebody eat, or watch somebody step in a pie, or watch somebody fart in a cake. Cut!